Previously on Launch Control. Travis Pastrana and Robbie Durant returned to the ARA stages for the first time since winning the title in 2017.
There's not a lot of chance that you have to run the #1 plate, so put in the times when we absolutely needed to and got lucky when we needed to, so we'll take it.
And renewed the battle of the teammates with David Higgins and Craig Drew at the New England Forest Rally. With significant time spent away from stage rally, Pastrana was fast, but the number 75 Subaru was faster, earning key points for Higgins and Drew in their quest for the title.
Yes! Good job, brilliant, well done. Top job.
Now at the Ojibwe Forests Rally, Pastrana and Durant return for their second consecutive event.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a really great rally for me. Either 4 or 5 wins here. Really looking forward to this event.
With some stage miles under their belt, they're set to make another attempt at beating their teammates at an event that handed them the title just 1 year ago. This is Launch Control. It's Rally Day in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. On the historic Main Street, a full house of rally cars are set to start the Ojibwe Forests Rally. This event is a favorite for the drivers.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a really great rally for me. Either 4 or 5 wins here. Really looking forward to this event. It suits my style a little bit better because you can be pretty aggressive, but it is really technical as well.
The roads are some of the best in the series, and both Subaru teams are eager to jump in.
We've had a great season so far. We've had good pace all year. You know, I can't wait to get back behind the wheel again. And when I'm like that, then we're generally quite a hard team to beat.
This rally's recent history, just 1 year ago, plays a factor.
Last year, I mean, championship came down to super special. Couldn't have been more high stakes of an event. Everything that we could do to win on both sides. It divided blue team versus red team for sure. But hey, at the end of the day, you know, it was for a championship and came down to the wire. It was pretty rad.
You can't make luck, you can't buy luck, you can't prepare for luck, and it wasn't meant to be this year.
It is a dream come true. He's my mentor, my coach. I couldn't have been here without that guy.
Warm thoughts on one side, a memory to forget on the other.
Funny, when I was on the plane coming over, the memories of how disappointed we were last year all sort of fly back. But you know, in motorsport or anything, you can't dwell on the past. You've got to concentrate in the future. History
won't be repeated this year with Pastrana's limited schedule. So as they take to the stages, his goal is the event win. Pastrana and Durant are first on the road. Sometimes it's an advantage,
10, 9,
but this time it's not.
7,
the spectator stage is slippery
5,
from the overnight rain.
4, 3, 2, 1, go, right 3 and max jump 30, left 2, oh. That was interesting. I thought that was not a hard barrier. Yeah, I think we might be done. Really? Left 2.
The rear suspension is clearly damaged. With a long day of rallying still ahead, they'll be hard-pressed to continue.
That's it. Yep, that's it. Ah.
Pastrana and Durant are forced to retire before their teammates have even started.
Go, right 4, slippy, then cab, big jump, 35, turn hairpin left 1.
With Pastrana out, Higgins proceeds with caution around the opening corners. The security of a 2-car Subaru effort has disappeared before it even truly started. Higgins clears the opening stage to find Pastrana stopped. They spend a few minutes helping, but the damage is terminal. They must leave their teammates and continue on with their rally.
Yeah, just slick. It was a little wide. Thought it was a hay bale on the outside and we're going to kind of go through it, but it was a concrete wall, so Yep. We're done.
An hour outside Detroit Lakes, the number 75 Subaru arrives for the first forest stage, still reeling from the events of stage 1.
Unbelievable, really.
They check tire pressures and reset their minds for the task at hand. They want to win to strengthen their championship lead.
3, 2, 1, go 100. Small flat crest, 80 left 4. Hold of the crest light. And right 3 plus long.
The short spectator stages are not where you win a rally. Now they're getting down to business on the proper forest roads.
Opens 250.
And they have some new competitors to keep their eye on. World Rally driver Brian Bouffier and Floria Burrell. The Monte Carlo Rally winner has never been to this event and will likely need a few stages to build confidence in his car in these roads. So the key is to strike early, build a lead, and then manage it to the end.
Right 5 plus over small crest, 70. Right 4 minus, slowing rightish, over red ball jump, and left long middle crest, 45, care, slow left.
Higgins and Drew win all 3 stages on the morning loop, putting their plan into action. By the time the team arrives back at service, they've built a 30-second buffer.
First stage was really wet in places, then really good. Second stage, like it had no rain. And then the third stage was like 50-50.
Yeah, I think it's going to be inconsistent.
Yeah.
Which means whatever you do with shocks, it's going to be good in one place and not in another.
I would rather it have good grip, more grip when it's slippery on the bits that can catch you out, and then deal with the rest afterwards, really.
Yes,
so,
right. Yeah, but how am I going to get around that? I don't know. I wasn't there. It was at check.
Bouffier was a bigger threat. We've had a good run against him. We pulled a bit of a gap already, and we knew it was important to get some good times early on. 2 of the stages we've just done are new stages to us as well, so they're fresh pace notes. But because I've got 2 new rallies coming up, I wanted to get into a rhythm of trusting my notes well from the start and not get over complacent with being on roads that I know. So I wanted to push hard, and we took some good time out of him.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go 100, small flat crest, 80, remember.
With one Subaru taking to the line, the other, after stage side repairs, rolls in. Team mechanics have repaired Pastrana Subaru enough to drive it to the service park.
I saw it from inside the car.
Yeah, he thought it was a plastic barrier.
So he was sliding out because it was so muddy, sliding out, and he was like, oh, I'm going to hit it, it's not a problem, it's a plastic one. Bang, oh.
It will undergo further repairs in preparation for Pastrana's return to the stages in the morning. On stage, Higgins and Drew continue to pad their lead. They step up their pace, expecting their main competitors to do the same. They focus on Bouffier's times while keeping an eye on their closest championship challengers, Seahorn and Jankowski.
Right to the 40 crest, short left 4, 200.
At service, the damage is extensive, so mechanics from both cars rush to complete the repairs in daylight.
So you're going to have to do like a quick adjustment on them? I think the valving's the same, it's literally the...
Low speed, we're still in the same grips though. I cannot compromise the low speed there.
No, see what we get. You've got to paddle it as well, Brando. It's steering's rails off to the right. I had to put the A-arm in the roll centre on this side just to get back, and he's going to move that now, but we've got a brake locking on this side as well.
By dusk, Higgins and Drew are proving their mastery, building their lead to over a minute.
120, middle on crest, 45, care slowing left, keep left of a crest, then late right 3 minus, tightens hug. Then crest tightens down, left 4 long don't. And care braking crest, left 3 minus long hug, soft. 50, right 5 plus of a big crest. 70.
Their commitment and speed in the dark sets them apart, earning them a lead of 1 minute, 11 seconds by the end of the day. 1 week earlier, David Higgins was at Dirtfish Rally School near Seattle, not for his own training, but for his 2 children, who are both entering the early phases of motorsports careers.
Yeah, we're here in Dirtfish. Dirtfish has been a great backer of mine for many years, and they've also started supporting the children as soon as they started kart racing.
I started karting like 2 years ago, so this year, like last year I was 3rd in the championship, so it's been going quite well.
So we're doing the British Championship. Yeah, we're doing a full season next year, and then we'll see what happens then.
Matthew, 13, and Lissy, 16, are eager students in the car. And both have one of the greatest resources at their disposal, namely their father.
This is that old-fashioned showdown. One of us gonna be kicking up the dirt.
Try and really link the brakes a bit more, use the weight transfer a bit more, be that bit quick with your hands. Just always expect with the rear-wheel drive car, when you're getting on the throttle on the exit, it's going to snap sideways at some point, so the sooner you can catch that, the straighter you can keep the wheels, the better.
He's not too high, he just expects a lot, so he just tries to help us as best as he can.
I probably realised where my weakness is, but as soon as I realised, I got so much better just from it, so I suppose it's quite a good thing because I can apply it to karting as well.
I'd use the weight transfer, get the car turning, but if you're trying to use the brakes to make it slide, remember that correction of the slide is turning you away from the corner, so think about what you're doing when you're braking. If it's starting to move, to use it to your advantage. This is the first time getting on proper loose surface and driving where they can actually, drive like rally drivers and chuck it around a little bit, so it's been an amazing day and really proud.
Day 2 at the Ojibwe Forests Rally sees the return of the red Subaru to the stages. Travis has some making up to do.
Oops.
It's good when you own it.
Yeah. My bad. I don't know what could I. Whoa. So anyway, day 1, we made it. We pulled a Gronholm 2003 and made it to the first turn, and that was it for our rally pretty much. But these guys are awesome. Got me back. Car's tip top. Try to drive as close as we can to David's level and go out and try to win some stage to stage.
So while Higgins has a win to bring home, Pastrana's looking for stage wins.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 550, left 6, 100.
Higgins and Drew lead the way. They tackle the stages with a careful balance of risk and reward,
80,
erring more towards reward. A rally car is built to be pushed to the limit. These are not daily drivers. To extract the performance and grip from the car, and for their pace notes to flow properly from corner to corner, they must drive near the limit.
Then left 16 over big crest 30.
If they want to take maximum points for the championship, they need to stay focused.
50.
Behind them, Pastrana and Durant run 3rd on the road.
Max crest right 5 plus late. 50.
With nothing to lose, they've got the hammer down.
55 left 4 minus long. 50. Right 4 long, tightens in. So 4 long, tightens in. And left 4 plus.
Knowing they can have some fun and push hard, they win the 3 opening stages.
Yeah, good. Extending our lead a bit by bit on every stage, which was the main goal. Stages were much looser than I thought. There were going to be a lot more loose gravel and a lot more cleaning, so it made it pretty tricky. But we know we lost a lot of time with that on what we could have ultimately done. But our job today is to maintain our gap over Brian and just try and keep doing more of the same, really.
We're a little optimistic on some of our note making, but our car's good. Stayed in between the greenery, so. It's tough because David only has 2 speeds. One's really fast and one's even faster. So it's like preseason football at this point. Snow globes! We know that he's sweeping the road and he's got to think about that championship. So either way, we're going hard, having fun. Roads are amazing, and gonna keep going.
With just a few stage miles remaining, little stands in the way of an event win for Higgins and Drew.
crest. Repeat late right 6 minus in over crest 100. Flat crest 40, right 6 minus in.
With a solid growing lead, it's a matter of clicking down the stage miles and throwing a few skids for the dedicated fans. When you love this sport, you find a way to see it up close, under hot sun or heavy rain, and a long day in the forests. The spectator enthusiasm still shines through. It's that same love for rally that drives Pastrana and Durant.
And right 3. Max crest. 50, left 4 minus late. Half right 4 plus. Crest. And flat crest. Although we're over the finish.
Out of the hunt for the win, they have won every stage today.
Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right.
As they often do, they made it look simple. Higgins and Drew displayed their dominance and maturity.
Obviously, it was easier in the fact that we didn't have to go on the limit all the time, but it's probably harder to drive it. Sort of 8, 9, 10. The temptation is to want to push a lot more, and they're really enjoyable roads, probably some of the best roads in the calendar. So that was hard today, but at the end of the day, we've got to look at the bigger picture and not get sucked into personal battles.
They enter the final time control with a stage win and a couple of donuts for the fans to claim their 4th win of the season. Pastrana's rally ends with some redemption, clearing the stage that took them out.
So awesome to be on a team. I mean, there was nothing for us to gain, and I mean, a really expensive car to lose, and still they were like, you know what, go out there, hammer down, drive it like you stole it. And that's, for me, that's what I live for, that's what I rally for, and kept the car together on day 2, made it through the Super Special, so kind of not a win, but it feels like one most of the stages.
Looking forward now to move on for the next 2 rounds and try and get another championship in the bag.
Just 2 events remain on the calendar. Both are unknown to the teams, and the championship is still to be decided. But for now, Higgins and Drew have done what they came to do: win the event that caused them so much heartache a year ago.
Did you do a donut in the last day?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I didn't get the memo on the donuts, man.
You've changed.
You've changed. I was wondering why I was so dusty when you guys went.